Volkswagen deceived the world with the lie of clean diesel. The price for this deception swelled to astronomical proportions in just a few days. After the scandal broke, Volkswagen's stock price plummeted by a third, massive fines exceeding $20 billion, and a recall order for 11 million vehicles were issued. This was not merely the wrongdoing of a single company. It revealed a universal structure, the pathology of organizations in modern society, where ethics collapse in the relentless pursuit of profit. In this video, we explore why the world's largest automaker lost trust due to a single deception, and we will derive crucial lessons from this failure for today. Now, let's delve into the full scope of the Volkswagen Emissions Scandal, commonly known as Dieselgate. In this feature, we will also explore the internal psychology of the organization in detail. Born in Germany in the early 20th century, Volkswagen grew into a world-leading automaker, beloved by many as the people's car. In Europe especially, diesel engines boasted immense popularity for their excellent fuel efficiency and powerful performance, spreading widely with growing environmental awareness. Their fuel economy was attractive to European consumers facing rising gasoline prices, and Volkswagen led the diesel car market. However, diesel cars were not as popular in the American market. This was due to lower gasoline prices and stringent emission regulations. Volkswagen devised a strategy to fully introduce diesel cars into this massive American market. Their trump card was clean diesel. It was touted that this technology would significantly reduce nitrogen oxide, NOx, emissions, a weakness of conventional diesel engines, and clear America's strict regulations. This clean diesel strategy was intended to appeal to environmentally conscious consumers and further enhance Volkswagen's brand image. At the time, Volkswagen was pursuing aggressive investment and market expansion, aiming to become the world's largest automaker. Clean diesel was not merely a product. It was at the core of Volkswagen's future-defining strategy. Entering the 2000s, Volkswagen successively released models equipped with clean diesel, steadily increasing sales in the U.S. market. In emission tests set by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and California Air Resources Board, CARB, it consistently cleared the standards, making its reliability seem unshakable. Volkswagen proclaimed to the world that its outstanding German engineering had achieved both stringent environmental regulations and high efficiency and performance. Competitors looked on with a mix of surprise and suspicion, wondering why only Volkswagen had managed to develop such a superior diesel engine. However, these doubts were eventually overshadowed by the narrative of Volkswagen's technological superiority. Media outlets worldwide reported Volkswagen's clean diesel as a success story, praising its advancements. Up to this point, everything was going smoothly. Volkswagen was brimming with confidence, truly at the pinnacle of its success. However, behind this dazzling success, engineers faced immeasurable pressure. U.S. emission regulations were proving far stricter than imagined. Clearing strict nitrogen oxide, NOx, emission standards while maintaining high fuel efficiency and performance was an extremely difficult challenge with the technology available at the time. If they were to clear regulations through legitimate means, development costs would become enormous, and the price of diesel cars would skyrocket. This would mean losing market competitiveness. Caught between achieving corporate targets and technical limitations, the engineers ultimately chose to resort to illicit means. They developed a software known as a defeat device, which fully activated the emission control system only during emission tests and deactivated it during normal driving. This allowed for a fraudulent compromise, recording clean emissions during tests while maintaining high performance and low fuel consumption in actual driving. Did the upper management know about this deception, or did they tacitly approve it? The truth remained buried in darkness for a long time. Their obsession with success had numbed their ethical compass. But here, a trap unnoticed by anyone lay open. This deception would soon lead to irreparable consequences. Even if the deception began at the lowest levels of the organization, there were likely many opportunities for it to be reported to upper management and stopped. However, intense pressure to achieve targets and the collective mindset of everyone is doing it normalized the illicit practices. Once a company engages in deception, it becomes exceedingly difficult to turn back. This is known as the Concorde effect. The obsession with protecting short-term profits and reputation, rather than facing the risk of exposure, dragged the entire organization deeper into the mire. Warnings from whistleblowers aware of the deception were also suppressed by the immense pressure of the organization. The truth was consistently treated as inconvenient. Data was tampered with, information distorted, and only reports of no problems reached upper management. It was truly a case of the emperor's new clothes. This chain of deception could be argued to have continued precisely because Volkswagen was achieving global success. His past triumphs had fostered a blindness. This systemic deception was not the misjudgment of a single genius, but deeply rooted in the company's culture and structure itself. In 2014, researchers at West Virginia University tested a Volkswagen diesel vehicle on the road and noticed an anomaly. The emitted NOx levels were unusually high. When these results were reported to the EPA and CARB, both agencies demanded an explanation from Volkswagen. However, Volkswagen continued to claim it was a technical misunderstanding. Eventually, additional tests conducted by CARB definitively confirmed the presence of the defeat device. There was no longer any room for denial. On September 18, 2015, the EPA publicly announced that Volkswagen had deliberately bypassed emission regulations. Dieselgate sent shockwaves across the globe. Then CEO Martin Winterkorn was forced to resign, and the brand's image plummeted. The collapse of trust swiftly engulfed the company. Massive fines, recall costs, and the expense of restoring consumer trust were unimaginable. It was truly an existential crisis for the company. In its pursuit of the clean diesel dream, Volkswagen ultimately betrayed the most crucial values: environmental protection and corporate ethics. Volkswagen's failure demonstrates that no matter how strong a company's technological superiority or market dominance, a lack of ethics can destroy it. Modern corporations must earnestly embrace their responsibility not only to short-term profit but also to the global environment and society. The lessons from the emissions scandal highlighted how critical corporate culture and leadership are in making ethical judgments. The lessons learned from this Volkswagen emissions scandal can be summarized in 3 points. First, why did the deception occur? It was due to unachievable targets and the organizational pressure to meet them. Ethics were prioritized below target achievement. Next, who overlooked what? It was the disregard for whistleblowers and the distortion of information conveyed to upper management. Finally, what is the lesson for modern times? It is that corporations, as members of society, must prioritize transparency and ethics above all else. The quality of decision-making differs significantly between those who understand this failure and those who do not. We hope today's lessons prove valuable for your future. If you found this video informative, please subscribe and give us a like. We bring you a new history of failure every day.
この失敗は歴史のほんの1ページ。世界にはまだ語られていない失敗が数多くあります。失敗の歴史をチャンネル登録して次の物語もぜひご覧ください。